Welcome everybody, welcome to Kazad-Dûm. This is the Divide and Conquer mod to Medieval 2 Total War. I am Captain Total Waffle and I'm very happy for you to be joining me on this adventure in Balin's realm. Hi Lord Balin, the Conqueror as he is known, the fully stattered, absolutely tattered out, lovable chump of a man, is heading through the land in order to, yeah, what is he doing these days? Well, actually, our aim is to take Erebor. Apparently there's some dwarven rebels here, and apparently they took it over after we collapsed the Snow Orc realm, which effectively happened here at Dane's Halls. Or Dane? Dane? Yeah, I guess. Dane's Halls. And, yeah. So, we have Gimli, Liberator of Dane's Halls, pushing on, as he is liable to do. And initially I thought, yeah, Balin would be perfect thematically for taking on Erebor, but it seems to be less and less likely that he will do so, and it's more and more likely that he will actually be drawn south, where Isengard and Mordor are having a little bit of a tit-for-tat over who owns this and that. We shall see how that comes to influence the politics of the region, and of course also, most importantly, whether this little conflict will spill over into our lands. Well, for now it seems that Isengard aren't really planning on any huge military operations here. There's some little armies moving about, but they seem to all be drawing eastward. And it is Barley's mission to uncover the real nature of the military escapades happening in these lands. And so, we basically await. Well, we don't await without doing anything else, of course, because what are we doing here in the lands formerly of the former Wildmen? I can tell you, we are constructing a naval invasion force. Yes, I know, very dwarven of us. And we are going to basically send it over here, because we basically like the Gondorians well enough, and they have been having a very, very hard time, and we want them to stop having a hard time and get their act together, damn it. But of course they are hemmed in by Isengard on one side and Mordor on the other, and Mordor is big enough to be fighting both at the same time and doing so successfully. So we need to push back against the Dark Lord, and that is what Orn is all about. That's what he is all about. Yeah. Anyway, so he's going to take a bunch of lovely troops, and I think we should also bring some more catapults, because especially if Mordor is carrying all those beasts around, yeah, we are going to need more catapults. Anyhow, that is the status quo. That is the way we go. We have been going north for a while, but I think our focus will now turn south. So join me, my friend, as we go to turn 133, and then perhaps I'll also talk a little bit about a certain Celebrimbor. Anyway, let's go! The Council of Nobles now wants us to send a public relations official, or a diplomat, to Mordor. And the thing is, yeah, I suppose we can do that.
Of course, sir.
We can send him there, but apparently we can't get to talk to anybody, because Gondor is having a word with them right now, and apparently it's a very stern conversation. So, we can only hope that there'll be someone in Tarnost who will speak for us instead. Yeah, so here's the thing. We will basically just say, hello, is everything okay? We have some map information that you can buy. You know, our finest bookmakers have been working on this tome for ages. So just buy it, take it off our hands, and have a few... have a bit less gold to throw around. And then hopefully they'll just think, oh, okay, they're just selling off map information and things. We don't have anything to worry about. And then suddenly a navy full of dwarves turns up and they go, oh my god. That's the idea anyway. We also have some spies down here. They also need to join in the fun.
My king.
Alright. Orn. This way you go.
Aye, Lord.
Notice.
March.
You go in there. And, Alkford, you have quite a lot of troops that also need to, go places.
Move out. We march no. Aye.
Oh yes, and these lovely lads.
March. We've marched
I think
our
we're
limit.
basically getting there as far as good troops are concerned. We'll just take everybody here except the catapults and send them over to Hinoin.
Forward.
We'll also take these guys. Why not?
Onward.
You can join Blaine.
Aye. Joining our forces. That'll do 'em today,
Because if we
sir.
put all this together, we're going to have a glorious little army. And I think Groin would actually be a pretty good invasion leader. Most of our generals in these lands are relatively inexperienced, but Groin is actually very experienced. Currently he's putting it to good use to just develop Saturi a little bit, because it is underdeveloped for this region. But, you know, we'll get it done, you know? Okay. We'll get things done. Can we... Yeah, more longships. Thank you.
Aye. Aye. Joining the fleet.
Our main navy will stand proud with lots of little, well, longboats. Ah, Sugarville. Excellent. Yes, fine. Yes, of course. Made a joke last time.
Aye, my liege.
Yes, this lad will also be most happy to receive a few troops. So, we have some Legion Deeping Guard, we have some of these. Yeah, we put all this stuff together.
Aye, sire. Aye. Forward. Aye, noble sire. Honor, my lord.
Just go into Sugarville. Bever. Perhaps we should focus on a bit of retraining. Because we do have a decent armor here.
Aye, sire. Now can you lead the troops there, sire? My king. Aye, my liege.
Erebor is still unchallenged.
We march to glory.
So challenge it, we will.
We shall engage.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Construction then. Anoin Enorod. Yeah, here we're just okay. But First Legion and the Beast Hunters, yeah, those we can always use, basically. Biorig will be a trading hub, but we'll get that feast hall first because it'll reduce the price of all construction. Oh yes, the most profitable of roads have been created in Vile, and now a large mine. Yeah, all is good. All is good with the world. Talkren armorers, yeah, yes, good. Proceed with all the retraining in the world, and we'll take the rest from there. Framsburg will become a profitable settlement. Just you wait. Well, it already is, but
Aye.
more so. Ah, yes, we have these
Aye.
Kazad-Dûm Guardians. Can they be retrained in Framsburg by any chance?
Onward. Aye, lord. Splitting up the troops, sire.
I take that as a stonking yes. And I like that. So we will have them retrained.
My king.
Let's leave this catapult outside
Move out.
and
Aye,
get
March.
all of these lovely lads in there. We'll also get these guys retrained. Numbers first, numbers first. Fine getting, okay, helmet, axe, renown. Excellent then. Door. It's been scouting for so long. So what's going on here? Well, basically, Thranduil's realm is doing pretty alright. They're just back to the status quo of trading with Dale and having a nice time. Seems that the shadow of Dol Guldur has been largely defeated, and that life in the Greenwood can at least go sort of back to where it once was.
Fight for your people as if they were my own, friend.
My king.
And now the dwarves are moving back into Erebor. Everything is as it should be, okay, Dale? So don't screw this up. I don't want Captain Olaf to suddenly be attacking
Well met, noble lord.
Erebor. But if they do besiege it, then we will rush in and attack it first. That's the plan. And we should still be able to claim it that way. And I guess having the help of Dale, it would be alright. We won't say no. We shall most graciously accept.
Aye, my liege.
Ah, yes.
Aye, sire.
Oin.
Aye.
The Unstoppable.
Aye, lord.
Balin.
My king.
These mighty warriors
Aye, sire. Honor, my lord.
are heading through these
Aye,
lands
Aye,
with
lord.
great plans.
Onward. Aye. Joining our
Okay,
forces.
4 catapults. I think
Aye,
that's
lord.
enough for Balin.
My king.
Oh,
Aye,
these
sire.
hammer guard. No. They're beneath you, Balin. They're
Aye.
beneath you. Sorry.
My king.
Now you just need 2 others, and basically that'll be these Sons of the
king.
Fallen, I think.
Aye.
Or maybe
My
these
king.
Kazad-Dûm Guardians. And the First
Aye.
Legion. Oh, which do I like more?
Aye,
Oh, I
lord.
do like the First Legion. How many of those can we have?
Combining the armies, sire.
Is that enough?
My king.
A full 8 First Legion troops? You know, I
Aye.
guess it'll do.
Aye, lord. Aye, my liege.
Okay.
Aye, sire. Aye, lord.
We can also get those
Honor, my lord.
Guardians.
My king. Aye, sire.
Yeah, so we can
Aye.
send the Rich Claimers
Aye,
along with Oin.
March. Aye. Onward. Merging our my king.
Because we want another Sons of the Fallen. We can't just have one Sons of the Fallen, you know? Gotta go plural. It's in a
Aye.
name.
Aye.
Right? Okay.
Forward.
So this is basically
Combining
Balin's
the
army,
armies.
and
Aye,
isn't it
my
nice? So,
Aye, sire. My king.
bum bum bum.
Aye, noble sire. Aye, lord. My king. Aye, lord. Move out. Honor, my lord. Aye. My king. Onward. Honor, my lord.
There we go.
Noble sire.
That's pretty neat.
Aye. Aye, sire. Move out. Aye, my liege. Aye, lord. Aye. Onward.
Everybody else, just move
Aye,
over
lord.
here, where Oin's army awaits.
Aye. My king.
Does Oin need more archers?
Aye.
Well, I guess not, really.
Aye, sire. My king. Aye, sire.
But, you know. So what does he have? He needs 4 extra troops, so that'll be...
Aye.
Oh, okay, we're already on 5 then.
Aye, sire. Aye, lord.
You know, looking
My
at it
king.
this way,
My king.
we might even just go so far as to boot out the beast hunters altogether.
Aye,
It's
lord.
either that or
My
just
king.
leave behind some shield guard. Yeah, leaving behind some shield guard is
Move out.
fine, I guess. And then,
Aye, lord. Aye. Aye, my liege.
next turn, Lord Oin, the Unstoppable, will move unstoppably on
Aye,
from
Lord.
Kazad-Dûm. And there will be much rejoicing. Do you hear that, Mordor? We're coming for you. I suppose these guys might be able to go to the Black Gate or something. Who knows? It's either that or it's sending them all northward up to Angmar. But Angmar haven't really done anything major to us. What they have done, of course, is threaten the stability of all this land. Yeah, okay. When you put it that way, me. Ah, yes. I do consider it
Your attention is an honor.
a good
noble
idea
ally.
to be a little aggressive toward those bastards of
My king. Aye.
these northern
Forward.
lands.
We march no further today.
Okay,
Aye,
so
sire.
Dwarlen, move yourself over here. Barlin, get over there.
My king. My king. Onward.
On the next season, we move toward. Oh, and we'll get these Kazad-Dûm Guardians with us as well. Though they will need retraining. Oh.
Aye.
But they can get it. That's fine. That's fine. So
Aye,
actually,
Lord. Aye, sire. Aye, Lord. Aye.
yeah, we can
My
take
king.
out the beast
Move out.
hunters
Aye, Lord.
and just mash our dwarves into the enemy. Yeah, yeah. That'll be fun. That'll be nice. Good. Good. How are we doing in Lonangren? Still a bit underdeveloped, but we're getting there. The guard barracks is coming. And all will be well. Excellent. Another turn, then. And now we are to take rebel settlement, but it's a pretty important one, so yeah, we will. We will, don't worry, Council, we will. Oh! The orcs have not left this one. Okay.
Aye, noble sire.
Oh, and indeed, Captain Olaf has decided to attack Erebor. Shall we help our dear friends? Quote unquote, take Erebor? Yes, I think we shall. But we shall claim the lion's share of the work, and thus the lion's share of the profits. I think that is, by all means, the most prudent outcome for everybody involved. And we are big fans of prudence, apparently. Stealth Calanamra, Hall of Owley. We do like it, yes. We do like the Hall of Owley. Goblin Drown will be a lovely place for the Hall of Owley. And Londare or Londire. You know what? Longloin. That's just how it's going to be. Sorry, Dunedain of the world. You have been overruled. Okay. Saduri. With your practice range, things might happen. Hooray for that. However, I think the miners' union would be good. Economic growth would be good in general. So we're going to focus on that a little bit. Then the range and the yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all coming up Millhouse. When will Kitty be able to leave this place, I wonder? It'll take a little bit because there's only one spy in there. It's not going to be too bad though. Gundabad. Do we have the culture here that we need? I guess we do.
You
Durin. We're gonna send you over here
Stopping here, sir.
to Angmar. We're just gonna have a little peek at what awaits us.
Aye. My king.
And here, yes, the reclaimers have indeed been retrained, and how wonderful it is. Ooh, Erebor. At war with Dale and Dorwinion. No. Actually, no. It's the Dorwinions that are at war with everybody. Let's just have a look. I mean, how did they get the nerve? They've been fighting Mordor, probably. Yeah, it would seem so.
My king.
Well, first things first, we will deal with this geopolitical chaos later.
Leading the men with honor, sire.
First, though,
We shall hold them to siege, sire.
we have to lead our people as well as the Guardians against these rogue dwarves. It's going to pain my little dwarven heart, but it must be done. Gimli, it's time to liberate the Lonely Mountain.
Attack.
Welcome to the field outside Erebor. And I think this might prove as good a time as any to just discuss the Rings of Power, the great Sauron Switcheroo, as I will call it, and its effect on the character of Celebrimbor. Because the most heinous thing that I think the great Sauron Switcheroo does is to make Celebrimbor a lot less, well, it just makes him seem like a bit of a fool. Now, a bit of context. First, let's define the Sauron Switcheroo. The Sauron Switcheroo
Our spy has opened the gates.
is
Let's be done with this blasted siege.
a situation in which is basically what Amazon did. You know, they seemed in interviews to state that they wanted to sort of surprise those who already knew the story, which, you know, doesn't strike me as the most reasonable goal when adapting a beloved story, but anyway, that's what they decided to try and do. And so, one of those, shall we say, means of ill-advisable subterfuge seemed to be to switch up the whole ring creation story and the order in which things happened. So, in Tolkien's Legendarium, of course, as I went over a bit last time, you basically had no real indication that Sauron himself was making Middle-earth an unsafe place to be. I mean, maybe there were indications, who knows, but really, there wasn't that big, oh, Sauron might be back thingy. That's a device that Galadriel just has run with in the show for some reason. Fair enough. But what is visible to the elves is the decline in which, like, the waning of their magical powers. They have started to notice that, like, the light of the Eldar is fading and blah 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 blah. Okay, so something must be done. And into this general existential crisis, you might call it, steps Anatar, who is Sauron, of course. But the elves do not know this, and Celebrimbor is most interested in collaborating with this Anatar because he seems knowledgeable about
The enemy
things
general
that
lies
might
dead.
actually help turn
Let
the
the
situation
crows have
around
his
for the
miserable
elves
bones,
and preserve
and
their
let our
magic,
swords have his
well,
men.
at least a wee bit longer, to essentially keep their presence in Middle-earth, which the elves do, despite all the seasonal fluctuations and the impermanence and the fragility of Middle-earth. They do still have a soft spot for it. And Celebrimbor wishes to do his part to preserve elven presence in Middle-earth and thus take his place among his family legacy as being one of great craftsmen, particularly with his great-grandfather, I believe it was, who made the Silmarils. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, character motivation thus established, right? We have Anatar, who is Sauron in disguise. We have Celebrimbor, who is an ambitious craftsman, the greatest of his generation, and who has a little bit of a, shall we say, a chip on his shoulder regarding the whole project, because he wants to prove himself and cement his legacy among and not below that of his forebears. Okay. So, they set about to preserve the magic of the elves in these, in rings. And to also help, and they initially give them out to, like, dwarves and men, right? We have the 7 rings and the 9 rings, 16 rings of power. Granted to what? Oh, my arch is doing. Anyway, granted to the various peoples of Middle-earth, and of course it is Anatar, Sauron's plan for these rings to basically be vessels for his domination later on. But this plan is unbeknownst to the elves. But of course, after the creation of those 14 rings, the ruse is exposed, and of course it's way more complicated than this. There's a lot more going on, but anyway, the ruse is essentially exposed, and then the 3 elven rings are created without Anatar or Sauron's direct influence, at least, although his indirect influence may have been involved. Alright, good. So what do we have? We have 14 rings that are inherently compromised, that go to men and dwarves, and then we have 3 rings that are created by Celebrimbor on his own, well, I mean, with his team of craftsmen. And apparently Amazon looked at that and went, nah, we're not going to do that. So instead, we're first going to have Sauron show up as this, in this human disguise, and then they're going to set about creating the elven rings first for some weird reason. Then he's going to go away, he's going to come back as Anatar, then they're going to create the 7 rings of the dwarves, and and then at the very end they're going to create the 9 rings for men.
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Now, we can only speculate as to why they decided to do this whole weird switcheroo, where they thought, okay, it'll be more dramatic, if people know the 9 rings of the, people don't really know the 3 rings of the elves from the films. They're not really discussed in any great at any great length, but what they do know are the 9 rings of men that gave rise to the Nazgul, right? Okay, cool. So we're going to use that. We're going to Nazgul the living daylights out of this, and I'm sure they will. But as inappropriate to the Legendarium as that approach to the story might be. Okay, but a huge casualty of this is Celebrimbor, because think of what they did in the show, right? They first introduce Sauron as a human being. It's a bit strange. And they create the... And they create some rings. Let's leave aside the heavier lore issues about which rings have what powers and were created by whom and blah blah blah. for all the show seems to be implicating, all these rings are basically the same to them. They're just rings of power and blah 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 blah, and with great power comes evil, apparently. That seems to be their logic. Just simplistic as it may be, we'll just run with that. Cursed chalice and all those things. Alright. So Celebrimbor accepts this unknown human being in. He knows a hell of a lot about metallurgy for some reason. More than this elf who's been alive for thousands of years. And they craft these rings, and they seem to do their job, I guess. Yeah, okay, fair enough. And then this lad goes away. Then a short while later, because Amazon apparently is allergic to century-like time spans, they come in. There comes Anatar. He looks suspiciously like he has the same facial features of the man before him. And he also talks a lot about rings. And he wants to make rings of power, like the ones that Celebrimbor made for the elves earlier with the help of this mysterious man whose name he really didn't catch, apparently. And, well, the thing that must have irked him at least a little bit was, why are all these people, I mean, apparently there are multiple people roaming Middle-earth at the moment, just randomly, who are really intent on creating magical rings with me. Why is this?
Where's the fight? The battle is very much in
At the
our
very
favor.
minimum,
If we
that
remain
should raise an eyebrow.
steadfast, victory will
But
be ours.
I mean,
What say you?
I guess they make it reasonable to read into the show that Celebrimbor is slightly suspicious, but I wouldn't just have been suspicious, I would have been downright doubtful of the veracity of any claim made by that Anatar, because, I mean, at the same time, there are all these foreboding signs around the place, you know? Communication's not really working right, scouts are going missing, messengers are getting lost, letters are not received as you thought they would be. So there are all sorts of little signs that there's trouble around the place. And then in comes this lad with a big grandiose plan to make huge amounts of rings of power. And just give them away to people. At this point, if I were Celebrimbor, I would start asking some very, very piercing questions. But no such questions were asked, and this just exposes that when you sort of, you know, each story is like a puzzle, you see, and or let's rather say a story is a house of cards, because each foundational link of the story is only as strong as the links next to it. And once you start taking away one link, you quickly collapse the whole bloody building. And that's what I feel like the Rings of Power has become. It's like they've taken this house of cards of a story that hangs together, and each element supporting one another, and then they just said, okay, yeah, but I'm not wild about this detail. Let's change it for whatever absolutely demonstrably bad reason they might have had in their heads. Let's not go into the nitty-gritty of that. I'm just talking big picture here, right? They're changing details without justifying them internally in the story, and that is just a recipe for ending up with a story that makes no sense from a character motivation, from a character knowledge perspective, from the perspective of just logic. Because as you peel away the different layers of the original tale in order to make, I don't know, more drama happen or whatever, they just ended up peeling away the logical foundations of why characters acted the way they did, and the story becomes nearly incomprehensibly meaningless in the process. There's some nice set design in the show, though. You know, there are people working on this show that care, and you can tell. But that is just it's just sad. It's just so sad. Now, what isn't sad is the fact that we have lost only 1% of our forces today, and now Gimli is going in for the kill. Though we don't really have anyone working on the axe throwers over here. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send the hammer guard over. We're gonna try to push them from 2 sides. And in the meantime, we'll just bombard them a bit. See what happens. There's enough for everybody. Okay. And apparently our Dalian friends have been conspicuously quiet. But if we tell them to attack, maybe they'll attack. Yeah. You know, guys, you can't just expect to take this mountain now. You've done none of the work. None of the work, I tell you.
She's a beauty, isn't she?
Okay. I'm beginning to rethink that particular strategy. Nah, the dwarves are coming anyway. It doesn't matter. Keep it stiff, my friends. Whatever that means to you.
Where's the fight? Charge! Kazad! Where's the battle?
In they go. They come with their hammers. To guard the place, of course. Right? Dear independent realm axe throwing Ereborman. Clearly you understand that we're just trying to guard this place. With hammers.
Our men have taken control of the city.
We'll just put it times 3. Oh, here comes the Dalian cavalry. They're already tired from hiking around halfway around the mountain. Not even halfway, quarter of the way. Poor people. Poor lads. Come, dear friends. There's much to be done. So, what exactly is your plan, dear cavalry?
After them, cut the cowards down.
Okay, you're just gonna run. That's fair enough. Yeah, and they're running away, running away, running away. We're capturing them, capturing them, capturing them. Maybe we'll get a bit of experience, maybe not. Oh, yeah. A bit of experience over here. Oh, that's good. Well done, well done.
a clear victory.
Yeah, it's very clear, I would say. Yeah, we lost a few deep in guard, but we also healed a few deep in guard. Some hammer guard lost, some hammer guard won. And the catapults have actually done a fair bit of damage. Presumably by also casting their grape shot inside the walls. Good! Erebor's ours.
A most noble conquest, sire.
Most noble indeed. We'll occupy the place and oh, we've won the game now. Woohoo! Mission completed! Woohoo! How many dwarves do we have here? Okay, a few. Let's get the armorers going. Maybe constructing a brewery, actually. Ah, building costs reduced by 5% globally. Yahoo! What a wonderful thing. I wonder, just how cheap are these buildings going to get now? Okay, not more cheap. Not cheaper. Alright, Gimli is the conqueror of Erebor. As perhaps he should be.
Aye, Lord. Aye, sire. Nay, sire. We
Come
cannot
on,
go
Borin.
there.
Get over there.
Aye, my
We're
king,
sending him to
aye.
Erebor. That's the only place where there's an off chance of
We
him
march
actually being
no
retrainable,
forward today.
I feel.
Aye, sire.
Now, there's also a good case to be made that Bohor could find better purpose elsewhere. Or maybe Balram.
Aye, my liege. Aye.
We need someone to take an Azanar.
Aye, sire. Aye, Lord. Move out. Aye. My
Certainly
king.
the shield guard would be involved in that. How far are we with our training? Well, we still need a turn or two for that. But generally speaking, we're getting there. Getting to be in a nice place.
Aye, Lord. March, my king.
Oh yes, and we have
Aye,
the hammers of Gundabad, not to forget. Ah yes, those lovely, lovely guys. Hammers of Gunda guys.
My king. An honor.
Babur. Yeah, Babur, you're the
Okay.
commander now.
Aye. Aye, sire. Aye, Lord. Aye, my liege.
Why aren't you able to retrain these Legion Hammer Guard? It's supposed to be 127. Surely. But apparently not.
Aye, sire.
Maybe they can be retrained in
Aye.
Goblin Drown.
Move out. Aye, noble.
Anyway, Babo has what he needs.
March to glory. Making camp here, good sire.
He
By
can get
your
troops
will,
from everywhere.
sire, we shall engage. Aye, sire. My king. Aye. Forward. Aye, Lord.
And Oin's army will be marching.
Aye, Lord. Aye, sire. Move out. My king. Aye. Honor, my lord. Aye, lord. Merging armies,
Oh,
sire.
this is looking pretty decent.
Aye, sire. Aye, my liege. Marching now.
Good. Hello. You young lad. Young feather, me lad.
Aye, noble sire. Aye, my king.
We're gonna
Aye,
have 5 Kazad-Dûm reclaiming
Aye,
units in
sire.
this.
My king.
That does seem quite a lot.
Aye, lord.
And I like it. I like it.
March.
I like it fairly
Aye,
well.
sire. Aye, lord.
Fairly well.
Aye, my king. Aye, sire. Move out. My king. In your need, sire. Set a watch. Aye, lord.
Okay, here in here
My
one.
king. Aye, lord.
There are some troops that definitely need to go somewhere.
Forward. Aye. March. Aye, sire.
And then the rest just go in.
Aye. Onward.
For the retraining that they are owed.
Fleet ready.
And I think Groin shall be the guy. He shall be the lad who crosses the seas.
Aye.
They shall bring plenty of spies, so we should train some more down here. If we can. So we have 3 in there. We have 1 in here. No, 3 already. Oh, yes. Yeah, plenty of spies. Plenty. So many spies.
My king. Aye.
Erebor, well, it needs some development, of course. It does. It certainly does.
Something to investigate. They won't ken I'm there, sire. Yes, my king. At your service. Something to invest. Yes, my king.
Yeah, let's get you into another now as well.
Possible, sire. Yes,
Just getting those doors open.
in closer.
That's a very good thing
Aye,
to do.
sire.
Yeah, you can be sent to Flamsburg. And the First Legion could too, actually.
Aye.
So,
My king. Aye. Aye. Aye,
let's
sire.
look at these. Maybe these two.
Move out. We march
And
no further
everybody
today.
can find what they are looking
king.
for. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Yeah.
Aye, noble sire.
The Oinstable is moving.
My king. Aye, noble sire.
I'll just stop over in order to facilitate some decent management of the place.
Aye, my king.
You know, seeing as how these lands are relatively close by, and spies can slip through
At your service.
relatively unnoticed, we might even decide to send along a spy or
Yes, my
two.
king.
Maybe one of the more
I can't even get there. Something. Yes, my king. At your service.
mobile ones.
Something. Yes, my king. At your service.
Okay, they're basically all the same.
Something
So
to
yeah,
investigate.
come this way, my lad. Go to Tarnos.
Possible, sire. They won't ken I'm there, sire. Yes, my. At your service. Sire. Stopping here, sire. Yes, my king. Continuing tomorrow, sire.
So everybody goes.
At your service.
so they can infiltrate the front
Aye, my lord.
ahead of our arrival.
Aye, sire. It is Germany.
Yeah, because all of this land is currently in the hands of the Great Eye, and we do not like that, do we? Nay. Okay, cool. More turns then. It's turn 135, and Erebor's leader is dead. Now, we certainly killed the rebel leader of Erebor. Oh, and Anarskal has returned to Mordor. Leader of the Nine is dead. Okay. So, plenty of death going around. I guess we can live with this. Life goes on for us dwarves of Kazad-Dûm, and Erebor, and Gundabad, and Dunland, and Eredwaith. We are the dwarves of many peoples now. I realize, of course, peering into the future. No, sorry, let me do this properly. Peering into the future. That, yeah, we will be releasing this episode. We'll be enjoying this episode out in the wild on Thursday, the 19th of September. That's the plan, and that is my birthday. It is also the release day of another episode of Rings of Power, and I will tell you straight away, I will not spend my birthday watching that show. I'm sorry. I simply do not have it in me, and neither does my darling. We might get around to it on the weekend, but you should not expect me to be discussing episode, what is it, 6 or something? Just, you know, today, essentially. No, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna sit back and let it happen, and then I'm going to rejoin Amazon's little ring quest later. Oh, hello, Dunedain army. Yeah. Jesus, the elves are really here in force. Very inactive force, but force nonetheless. Yeah. So it's just that you know my grand plan. Yeah, you might get to know a bit more about it on the weekend. Who knows? Maybe Sunday or something. We'll see. We'll see. For now, though, let's enchant our way to Witherboard, where we have cemented our hold over this land, and shall cement it even further with the Stoneworkers Guild. Well, maybe cement is the wrong word, really, right? We're casting it in stone, surely. Senate Garden, Kazad-Dûm West. Very nice. Very nice. Who do we have here? Thrar.
My king.
A 31-year-old dwarf looking positively juvenile.
Aye.
Compared to, say, Lord Oin, the Unstoppable.
An honor, my lord. Aye, lord. Bringing the men together, sire.
Yeah, I'd say this army is also sufficiently
Aye,
glorious.
My king.
It can do some things.
My king. Aye, sire.
And so, on they move.
We'll rest here the night, sire.
Thra is apparently a natural administrator, which is good. Because he'll be sitting in Kazad-Dûm West for a while, just governing the place. He's smart, he's got talent with numbers. Yeah, okay, he's a good governor. He's a good governor who has decent command stats too. So, a flexible fella. Okay. And Orn, you are heading on board. But of course there are limits to where a dwarven navy can go. Oh, here's what I think we should do. We should send this navy down here. Admiral Beaufort will then take the troops there. And so we have a navy on one side going blah 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 blah, and we have another navy on the other side going blah 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 blah. We're going to see if that sort of speeds up our time a bit. Probably not going to speed it a lot, but if we are very, very good and very, very nice indeed, good little boys and girls as it were, then it will go blah 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 blah, and I will enjoy that. For completely visceral reasons.
Aye, Lord. My king.
So, what retrained
Aye,
troops do we
sire.
have here? We have
Aye,
these,
Lord.
and with those. With these.
Aye, sire. Aye. My king.
Right, right.
Aye. Aye, aye. Forward. Aye. Onward.
Hey, there's a fort over there.
Aye, sire. My king.
I mean, it would be a shame to just let it sit there.
March. We
Nom nom
march
nom
no
nom nom.
further today.
Oh, sad
My king.
Catapult has First Legion troops to contribute to the war effort. Which is very nice, very nice, very nice.
Aye.
Yeah, they can just join up with whoever, wherever, whenever. For now, though, Erebor comes this way,
Sire, joining our forces. Aye, my liege.
and
Aye, sire. Aye.
he will bring with them some friends. Like
My
these,
king.
and these,
Aye, Lord. Aye, sire.
and those, and these,
Aye, Lord.
and those,
Aye.
and these.
Aye. Onward.
I mean, that's
Aye.
beginning to look pretty good.
Joining our forces. Aye, Lord.
We'll also take these.
Urging armies, sire.
Boomity boomity boom.
Aye, sire.
In fact,
My king. Aye, Lord. Aye. Aye,
people
sire.
like these, we can sort
Aye.
of just send into Flamsburg and have them retrained later. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Good, good.
Aye, noble sire. In your name, sire. We march to glory.
You build a little tower.
Aye, noble sire.
Then you go back.
Vigilant watch here.
Something to investigate. Yes, sire. Moving in closer.
No, moving in closer.
My king.
So the best way will probably be this one, because then we won't run into Morvitarth over there. We're just gonna walk straight up. Straight up to Kazad-Dûm. We might want to spy in there or something, but you know, that's why Durin is going. So.
They shall not see me, sire.
Well, I'm happy to hear you say so. Oh, hello, Overlord Agandauer, Lieutenant of Mordor. Well, truly a foe worthy of Balin.
They won't ken I'm there, sire.
Looks like he hasn't seen
Aye,
battle
sire.
since his inception into this world.
March. That'll do him today, sire. Aye, Lord.
Borden continues
Move out.
toward Erebor.
Onward.
Please go to
That'll do
Flamsburg.
today,
You know what,
sire.
let's also take the cavalry that one
Aye,
step
sire.
beyond.
My king. Move out.
And yes, feasibly retrainable, maybe. Sort of. We'll see. Time will tell. Okay. Is that it for this turn? Well, I guess it is. Looking pretty good though. Lord Angren really needs some corruption management, but that'll happen in time.
Honor, my lord. My king.
9. How much do you contribute to this place? Ooh, half, almost. Which is quite impressive. But we could take floor out of Oin Larach. For sure we could take floor.
Honor, my lord.
And we're going to send him to Lon Angren.
We march to
Now that is going to be netting some returns, I can tell you.
We camp here until morning. Aye, noble son.
Floy! Who are you? You're lazy, but you're sociable. Respects the enemy. No. Bestla, you can do better than this. Venstrunen, yes. Assaulted, sure, but that's not a threat to us.
Honor.
Okay, maybe it is.
Aye, my liege.
But you know what? Balin is moving
Aye, sire.
north for that very reason, so I don't think it'll be a problem for very long. It'll be just fine.
Aye, lord.
Look at all these lovely lads. They
My
are
king.
practically
Aye.
ready and raring to go.
Aye. Forward. Combining the armies, sire.
Yeah, we're sending them off.
Aye, sire. Onward.
I do detect, however, a lack of catapults. No, sorry, no lack of catapults at all. We have them
My
all
king.
here.
Aye, lord.
Ah, life is good.
Aye,
Beaufort, off you go.
aye.
What's this? Ah, and a dwarf blockading a port of Isengard. Well, I approve.
Aye.
The Dwarven Navy approves.
Dropping anchor until the morrow, sire.
Drop an anchor until the morrow, sire. And, Dale and Dorwinian at war. And the Woodland Realm has seemingly sided with Dorwinian. Political upheaval up here. Oh. So, we may be forced to choose a side at some point. Whether to go with the King of the Wood or the King of Dale.
My
A
king.
vexing question for sure.
Move out. Aye, lord. Aye. Forward. We march no further today.
Rui. You have great fiscal potential. We just need to unlock it. And that we will. Ah, Kazad-Dûm West has a horde of Ole. A lovely sight. Lovely sight. We'll bring about some trade as well. And then just, you know, the other bits. Londengren, yes, give me catapults. I like those. Quite a lot. It's a dirty. You can now unlock higher tiers of income. Hooray! Taxes increase. People are hopefully still happy. Their healthcare system has just been improved, so hopefully they'll be happy. And with the Hall of Aule established in Kazad-Dûm,
Onward.
our Ziegler can be retrained there. That'll be good.
My king. Aye, lord.
Ooh, Hall of Aule coming to Gareth Balindon. It's a glorious day. It's a happy day.
Honor, my lord.
We're gonna build a watchtower here
Noble sire.
because there's a crossing here. Is there? No,
Aye,
not
sire.
really. No crossing. Sorry. That's okay though.
My king.
Erebor. Gonna go. Which way to Anathanar? That way, that way. Either way, it's gonna be
March to
a while.
Aye, lord.
So. What's this? The ring is in Kirkathol? What? Wait. Or maybe,
I'm awaiting your command. Can I be of service?
do we need to send a diplomat? No. Surely not.
Something to investigate.
Oh well. Just in case, we will. Why not? We will just in case.
My king. March. Urging army. Onward. We've marched our limit. Aye, sire. Aye, lord. Aye. Move out. Aye, sire. Aye, lord. Aye, sire. Aye, lord.
All these brave fellows. Yes.
Yes, my
Okay.
king. I can't even get there. At your service. Yes, my king.
Oh, hello, Grima.
You have something in mind for our people?
Something to investigate. No vantage. At your service. On my way. Something to investigate.
Yes, there is something to investigate around here.
Continue
You're going to go to the land of Aethring.
Stopping here.
I heard it has a nice ring to it.
Continuing tomorrow, sire.
That's how we're going to investigate.
Honor, my lord.
Ah, yes. Oin and Balin.
My king. A proud victory. Well done, men. A noble victory.
Well done, men.
Watch. Camp here.
Yeah, we're just going to walk through the lands and see if they stop us.
We'll rest here the night.
And I'm going to take the bet that they won't. It's just an inkling I have. Jordan gets in. Okay. Bestla tries again. Now with Orn. He understands logistics, he's convincing, respects the enemy. Still. A bit average, I'd say. All of Aule in Balindon, which means we have some lovely, lovely dwarves ready to go at a moment's notice. Construction, what? Oh my god, we have glitched the game and now everything costs 1 gold here. Darlin, you madman. Okay. Jesus, everything's just reduced. Okay. So there's some real money to be made from just going around and... Oh no, not everywhere apparently. Huh. Dane's horse has gone more expensive for some reason. I don't know why that is.
We march to glory.
Curious case.
Noble son,
Anyway, one Arsenal will be ours.
leading the men with honor, sire.
Oh, there sits Overlord Akendaur. Apparently, yeah, he's a perfect politician. He's a governing genius, but his genius of governance is apparently not really yeah, he doesn't really have counter-espionage on his resume, apparently. Because our very mediocre spy managed to slip right through his
Honor,
nets.
my lord. Aye, sire.
And now let's see what they will do about Balin just walking through their land
March
like
down.
it's no deal at all.
Aye, Captain. Aye. Aye, Captain. Dropping a fleet ready. Aye, sire. Well met there, friends.
Aye, lord. Aye. Forward. Aye, my liege.
More lovely archers means more happy waffles.
Aye. Aye, lord. Aye. My king.
I don't think we'll be needing quite the number of shield guards we have here today.
Aye, lord.
We can leave 3 of them behind, replace them with some catapults, and of course, the glorious Groin, who is gradually eating away at the corruption, the local
Aye,
corruption. Yeah. Oh dear, look at this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Jesus. Yeah, we just saved some money there. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Dar Balin. Dum dum, dum 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 dum. Here, yeah, we can save money in the long term.
Aye.
Look at this. We just saving money here, saving money there, saving money absolutely everywhere. I think that's already saved about as well as could be. Of course, this. Yeah. So, good. Let's grab this Ghislaine.
Waiting your command. I must stop here, sire.
Let's see what's going on over
Not
here.
mistaken, sire. I'll continue tomorrow, sire.
Apparently we're weak to tolerate the rebels of Anazanor, but that weakness will continue no longer. Now, here's a family member we can be proud of. 16 years of age and already he's showing management talent, he's being a budding bureaucrat, he's generally loyal, nervous of outsiders, which perhaps he should be. He's a dwarf, he's a fair fighter, and he's political promise as well. Yeah, get him in the family. Darling, you know what? You're a perfect lad for sending to Oinlara. Where you will start charting your new destiny. Fenholm? Oh yes, you have all this stuff. But yeah, we can save money. And bile stoneworker. Yeah, that'll be it for now. You know what, we might even take out the garrison building that's here, because I don't think we really need it. Just released 90 gold that we wouldn't have otherwise per turn, of course.
My king. Ice onward.
Those four can go in there. Doesn't save much, but with every little hair, we're closer to getting there. Sons of the Fallen and Mount Gundabad. Good, 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 very good.
My king.
Actually, that means we should probably send them there.
We've marched our limit.
Aye, my liege.
But our march is ever closer to its target of Burtsakur. And Erebor,
Aye, lord. Aye. March. Aye, sire.
let's see.
Onward.
Nope.
Aye, lord.
These Axe Guard of Erebor will never be free. They will always be slaves to in-game tyranny. Sorry, lads.
My king.
Your presence in the army is symbolic at
I
best,
can't lead the troops there.
so you might as well retire.
Yes, sire. I must stop here, sire. I'll continue tomorrow, sire.
Just go in the great general training grounds.
Aye. My
What was it
king.
we agreed here? 3
Aye, Lord.
spear units
Aye.
into
Aye.
Lundgloin,
Aye, sire.
4 catapults out,
March. Combining the armies, sire. Aye, lord.
1 First Legion for the lads,
Move out.
and then Groin goes to join them. This departure might upset a few people.
Bringing the men together.
It's gonna be necessary, and it's gonna be worth it.
Aye. Aye, lord. Aye.
Indeed,
Aye,
we
Lord.
might
Aye.
Aye,
take out
Aye, sire.
another one of these, and maybe a hammer guard.
Aye. Forward. Aye, sire. Combining the armies, sire.
And then off they go. To adventures new.
Aye, Captain. This is as well. Fleet ready.
Aye, heading ashore, my lord.
Aye, Captain.
And Buffer. We'll go back.
Course plotted, Captain. Dropping anchor until the morning.
Honor, my lord.
Something to investigate. They shall not see
Isengard putting pressure on Gondor here.
moving quietly.
Is that what you want?
At your service. They shall not see me, sire. Something to investigate.
First of all,
They shall
we'll move
not
over
see
here
me,
to
sire.
Ethring
On my way.
to see if Gondor had any luck in recapturing it.
Yes, my
Thorin.
moving quietly.
Nah, this seems to indicate they did not.
Tomorrow, sire.
They even have a fort over there. Let's have a look at Belfalas.
Sire, no further this day.
Because we actually have no idea what's going on here. Apart from the fact that the capital of Dalamroth has fallen, but beyond that, we know nothing. Nothing at all. Let's see, how have Dorwinion fared ever since their little decision to take on good and evil of Middle-earth? Well, the territorial ranking has gone down, but it seems that they've ploughed more stuff into military, because yeah, the military spending has gone up, but their territories have gone down. So they've lost regions, but apparently they haven't been the most meaningful regions. Let's just have a look at them. Surely, okay, so they're at war with these guys. Yeah, so this is fascinating. Why would you want to fight all these? Erebor, Dale, Mordor, Rune, all at the same time. That seems like a child lashing out, to be fair. Or maybe not even, maybe fair is the wrong word. To be brutally honest, I suppose.
Aye, sire. My king, march!
And being brutally honest is kind of my thing. At least when it comes to chiding the AI for weird decision making. Okay. Barlin, you continue and you will go through the woodland.
In your name, sire. Marching now. Set a watch. We camp here until morning. We march to glory.
You march to glory indeed. So far, the infiltration mission is a roaring success.
My king. Aye, noble sire. Aye, sire. Aye. Aye, lord.
We will take Unazanar. Mark my words. Gondor's leader's dead. Oh dear, they must be doing terribly. Mistred besieged. Interesting. How? Just for curiosity. Yeah, so Mordor and Rune are still allies. Okay. So it must be Dorwinion doing that. Or Erebor, maybe. Maybe Erebor. They don't seem to have to reach. But maybe they do. Guess time will tell. Erui gets the merchant's wharf. Becomes more profitable as a result. Hooray! Life is good. More trade, please. Even though it's slightly underwhelming as trade buildings go. Or maybe it's just the location of the settlement, really. But elk food is going to be majestically profitable. And we like that. Let's build the feast hall in Kirikul, and I guess with that we can even pull out our spy, but I will leave him in for another time. But Stalin will soon have outlived his usefulness in Kirikul. Erebor, feast hall for you. And then we'll look at what the future holds. So, lots of building so far this turn. which is all fine.
Fleet ready. Aye, Captain.
We have capacity.
Aye, Captain. Aye, sire.
My king. Onward. Aye, sire. March. Merging armies, sire.
Honor, my lord.
Hey, on. We're about to get First Legion. And we want them. We want the First Legion in there. Whatever you do, we want it done with those guys. So,
My king.
Aye, my liege.
Darden, yeah, you've been retrained in all the ways that befit your station.
Aye, sire. Aye. My king.
The dwarves
Aye,
here,
lord. Aye.
off they trot.
Move out.
Good. Okay, so central regions. Kazad-Dûm. We will always recruit the First Legion. It is too good a unit not to be recruited.
My king. Aye.
That'll save a lot of
Forward.
cash. Okay.
Aye, sir. Onward. We march no further today. We've marched our limit.
And I think the Hammers of Gundabad, they will travel to Kazad-Dûm once it has been captured.
My king. We march to glory. In your name, sire.
Which will be next turn, apparently.
Your will, sire. We shall
All
begin.
going well.
Aye, my liege.
Angmar may still send in a rogue army to block us
March.
Honor.
out of frustration or whatever.
Onward.
Aye, sire.
Aye, sir. Move out.
Aye, my liege.
Aye. Aye. Onward.
Aye. Aye, my liege. Bringing the men
And
together.
this army is pretty special. I like that. I like it.
Marching now.
It's a bit quirky just having so many reclaimers, but it also just means that
My
if the enemy comes with trolls, our reclaimers will just go and then they'll fall over.
Aye, my liege.
I would love to see that actually.
Rest here
Or whatever other troops they might have, you know. Let's say they break some barrow whites or something. Yeah, hello, snow trolls there. Yeah. So they do have those. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just make them fall over. But this is the main thing, the main event of today. Babur,
leading the men with honor, sire.
Onasanar is yours.
Siege at once.
These orcs cannot stay. They may be more numerous, but hardly more ingenious.
Glory will attack.
It is a misty day,
Assemble the ranks.
but that's okay. The annoying thing about assaulting this place is that it has those towers. But I'm thinking that if we could break down these gates, these walls, or these, we'll be in a pretty good position. Let's just do that. Because this isn't the tower, as far as I can see. This is a tower. This is a tower. This is a tower. This is a tower. This ain't. This ain't. That sure ain't. Apparently. So let's see what they do.
Excellent. Our spy has opened the gates. Let's be done with this blasted siege.
So, can we destroy the oh, no, we can't destroy the walls. We can destroy those walls. Okay. So we might as well take out the towers, actually. At least a couple of them. Yeah, okay. But our spy has also opened the gates, so maybe we should just destroy the towers and move in. But then they will use the towers against us. Let's move these over here so they can target the other towers. Yeah. Okay, Spearman, you're first. So we'll move in the gate anyway. It's a bit annoying that you can't destroy this section of wall. I would have loved to do that, but the game said no. You may not. There are some walls that cannot be broken. Damn blasted. One more. Arrow. Okay. These towers are not as active as I feared. Go in there.
We have captured the enemy's walls.
Yeah, come here, orc fighters.
The battle is very much
Get
in our
bowling
favor.
bowled to
If we
death.
remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Okay, well, I mean, if the towers are not a factor, then we'll just walk straight in with everybody. Why wouldn't we? We're dwarves. That's our specialty. And the ball of dwarven death has just marched right through the enemy. Team 4. Ha! Just runs straight in and starts hacking people down. Goodbye, orcs, goodbye. You have been met with the deeping guard. I want these guys bowled out of existence. Oh, now the towers are beginning to do stuff. Ah, they sensed the catapults. Well, I suppose one ought to respond. Maybe we should just move in. Safety through aggression. There's enough for everybody. We have lost a few shield guard because the mountain orc hunters are actually pretty good against heavily armored spear troops. So it's a matchup that wasn't exactly in our best of favors, but the Deeping Guard over here are doing very well for themselves. They've taken out the orc scouts, well, most of them anyway. And now they're moving on to the hunters. Very nice. Now I wonder if this will shield them from our blasts. And I guess they might. But we're gonna try it anyway. Okay, let's see. I like the look of that. We just need to be aware when they run out of ammunition and start switching to grape shot, because that could turn very bad. Brilliant. Of course, the grape shot might also be useful, but it will be useful as a close range thing.
The enemy are badly
Okay, there
bloodied.
we go.
They have lost half their men.
But useful as a close range thing used from right here. That way. Ah, yes. Come, dear archers. This way. Okay. Yeah, just move over here. As close to the action as you can allow yourselves to go. And then you're just going to make them all fall over. Let's do some retargeting. Our shield guard are already in there. Okay, that grape shot did not take long to be effective. Wonderful. I think we can have our catapults cease operations. They have already proven remarkably useful. Now the enemy towers have actually taken out some First Legion here. It's a little sad, but what are you going to do? The enemy is basically cut down to size. Damn, these 123 guys, they've just done amazing things actually. Very few casualties overall. March upon them, my friends. They will not stand against you. Oh, there we have him. Hello there, Mr. Orc General Man. And he... No, he doesn't go down. He goes away. Over to some other people that'll hack him to shitty little bits.
Our men are in control of the castle. The enemy general. This is a clear victory.
Beautiful. Catapults scoring high. Legion deep in guard. It's a good result there by any reckoning. But all of our melee troops have really performed well whenever they were asked to. It's a good day to be a dwarf. Victory. Welcome to your new homes, dear dwarves. First, we shall clear out the old furniture and bring in the new. Oh, it's another iconic clown hall. How fitting. Decently dwarven this place is, but could always get more so. $2,000 florins. Hooray. Drop in the bucket, but still appreciate it. And so, I hope we can appreciate the progress we've made today. All vestiges of the now withered realms of orcs in the north have been soundly banished. And Balin is about to go and High Lord over newly conquered Kazad-Dûm. It's going to be pretty good, I think. And Oin is, of course, going to follow up with all the speed and grace of a tactical missile strike. And then our forces are also moving.
Cannot sail further today. She cannot do that, Captain.
For Ethering. Though it might be a good idea to take up place in Etheland first. You know, it uses as a little staging area. The elves tried to keep it, men tried to keep it, but in the end,
Yes, my king.
this place belongs to dwarves.
Yes, sire. Moving in closer. Something to investigate. They won't care.
But our spies are in Mordor's ranks.
Yes, my king. They shall
Sauron has a hefty garrison. Okay.
moving quietly.
Cannonbell,
Continuing
slightly
tomorrow,
drained, but,
sire.
you know. The factionaire sits there. Captain General Nemir. They're certainly trying their best.
At your service. They shall not see me, sire.
And we give them credit for having held out as long as they
Continuing
have.
tomorrow, sire.
But now it's our turn.
Aye, Captain. This is as far as we'll
The
get.
dwarves of Kazad-Dûm have come to the rescue.
Further today.
And with that, I think we're done for today. So, I thank you very much for watching. Don't hesitate
Aye, Lord.
to get in touch about anything at all. Including if you have a campaign that you would like to see me play. That would be interesting. Anyway, be kind to yourself, be good to others. Click all the lovely links on the screen, and I'll see you soon.